What's going on, guys? T-Mart here, and I've got a pretty cool video for you all today. I'm really excited about it, and as the backdrop, we're going to have some Shinonuma zombies on Black Ops, and this is great because Shinonuma is one of my favorite zombies maps, and I love Black Ops, love the guns and everything, so this is a really good combo. I hope you all enjoy it, but in this video today, we're going to be doing a compare and contrast between Treyarch's zombies that they've had in World at War and Black Ops versus the upcoming survival Spec Ops mode of Modern Warfare 3, because this Spec Ops survival mode is supposed to kind of be the counter to zombies. It's supposed to be Modern Warfare 3's version of zombies. At least that's what people are saying. So I wanted to see how they stacked up against each other. So let's get started. Alright, so simply put, zombies is a wave-based game mode, and all that means is that the enemies that are coming at you, they come at you in groups, such as rounds in this case, and as you progress along with the groups or the rounds or the waves or whatever you want to call it, it gets tougher and tougher. So like in zombies, the zombies get more health, and then you also start running out of ammo and stuff like that. So it goes to infinity, but you can never make it there because it gets too tough. Survival mode in Modern Warfare 3 is gonna have a wave-based game mode like this where it progressively gets harder, but it's also gonna have an additional mission-based game mode, so that's just a complete add-on. Do you guys remember Modern Warfare 2 Spec Ops missions? I'm pretty sure it's gonna be like that, so you're gonna have a survival mode that goes to infinity just like Zombies does, but you're also gonna have an additional mission-based mode in case you want to mess around in that. So that sounds pretty cool. I mean, it would be fun to mess around in some mission-based game modes every once in a while, but I really want to focus on like the survival-based game mode just because everyone loves zombies. I know you guys want to hear about it, and it's everyone's favorite. So Zombies has a ton of stuff that can mix up the gameplay, such as traps. Like you can see the flogger going right here. This thing is awesome. You've also got things like the mystery box that gives you a random weapon. You've got interactive maps like the minecart on the latest Call of Duty Zombies map, or you had the Call of the Dead spring trap or whatever that shot you all the way across the map, stuff like that. And then you also have the pack-a-punch machine that allows you to upgrade your weapon. So all these things can kind of tie into different strategies to help you get farther. What is survival mode going to have? Well, what I confirmed so far is kill streaks, which that's huge. That's going to be completely different from anything we've ever seen. Think about laying down an AC-130 on a bunch of zombies. How cool would that be? That would be freaking awesome. And then you can also have various enemies coming at you. And Zombies has had some of this. I mean, they have the dogs, they have George Romero, etc., etc. They have stuff like that. But I think Modern Warfare 3 survival mode is going to get a little bit more crazy with it. Like, I've heard a bunch of stuff about juggernauts, which you guys remember those from Modern Warfare 2. Those guys were a bitch to kill. And then they also have things like C4 dogs. So it's a dog running at you with C4 strapped to his chest. Think about that in the middle of a group of enemies, shooting that C4 and blowing everyone up. How cool is that? So it sounds really cool, and I'm sure Infinity Ward has a lot more tricks up their sleeve with that, so I'm excited to see what they can bring to the table. Okay, so this next fact is pretty big. In fact, it's huge, because one of the #1 complaints from people about zombies is that there's not enough maps. In fact, some people have said that they want to see an entire game dedicated solely to zombies, just because there would always be new maps and new strategies and things to mix it up, stuff like that. So, something very, very cool about Modern Warfare 3 Survival Spec Ops mode is that it can be played on every single multiplayer map. How big is that, guys? So think about when the game comes out. What's it going to have? Like 12 multiplayer maps, 12 to 15, something like that. So you've got 12 to 15 survival zombie-ish maps to start off on. And then you have the map packs come out that have 4 new maps every single time. So you get 4 zombies maps every time. How cool would that be? So that seems really, really good. If we can play survival mode on all the multiplayer maps, it would never really get too old. You could always be trying new things and mixing it up. So I'm really excited about that. Hopefully it works out well. Now, one thing that's going to drastically change between Zombies and the new survival mode of Modern Warfare 3 is going to be the way that the game is played. And I don't know if I'm a fan of this. You guys are going to have to let me know your thoughts. But if you think about it, zombies are a meleeing enemy. They have to be pretty much within knifing distance to be able to harm you. And as the rounds get tougher, the zombies just increase their health. Now in survival mode, the enemies are going to be able to shoot at you. So that's something totally different. And as they get tougher, they're going to increase health. Their guns are going to upgrade. And I think they get a little bit smarter. Now think about this. Zombies have to knife you to hurt you. That means you can stay out in the open, you can kite them, you can run them in circles, you can get trains going like I'm doing right now, etc, etc. You don't have to stay back behind cover. However, with survival mode, they're going to be able to shoot at you. So that probably means you're going to have to use a lot more cover. Does that mean it's going to be a little bit more campy? Because I don't know if I'm going to like that. One of the best parts about zombies is running around and getting trains going and clutching and stuff like that. So zombies is rushy. Survival mode could be a little bit campy. What do you guys think about that? Do you think it's going to be campy, and you think it'll be fun if it is kind of campy? Let me know. And now we make our way to the final comparison. Zombies, you can play everything from solo all the way up to 4-player co-op, and that's awesome. There's nothing better than sitting down for a good night of zombies with 3 other friends. Something very, very, very bad that I'm not a fan of and I'm not happy about is that survival mode you can play solo or only up to 2-player co-op. That is not a good thing. That is not a good thing. Only being able to play with one other friend, I don't think that's right. Now, up to this point, that's what they've said. They've said that the highest is 2 players. I would guess that they could possibly change it. I don't know. You know, they might stick to their guns, but I feel like it would be a much better game mode if you could play with up to 4 players. That's one of the deal breakers for me. Up until this point, it seemed like survival mode was going to be really cool. It seemed like it could kind of go toe-to-toe with zombies. But if you can't play with 4 people, that's going to really suck, and I won't be happy about that. So, that's really all I've got to compare for you guys. Hope you all enjoyed the video. I put quite a bit of work into it, getting all this information and getting the tweets and everything. So, I've got a couple questions. Let me know what you guys think about the rushy versus campy zombies versus survival mode. Do you think this new Modern Warfare 3 survival mode will be too campy to where it's not as fun? And then also, what do you think about the 2-player co-op? Do you think it's going to be just as good? Do you think you would rather have 4? What's your opinion on that? So, anyway, guys, thank you for watching. I am out of here. I'll catch you all later. I've got a bunch of good videos coming up in the near future, and check out one of these 2 videos on screen. Catch you all later. Peace.